Hey guys, okay, so I just wanted to do a little presentation on how you can make Google Slides that your kids can do in your class, which allows them to do some independent practice with questions that are pulled from IA. So this is an example that I have already done, and I will show you how to create your own in case you want to make different types of questions or if you want more choices down here. But I will start off with showing you what mine looks like. So I'm going to hit play from start. All right, so I would obviously have a question in here. And when you hit incorrect answer, it says, oops, something is wrong, go back and try again. And then correct answer would tell me, yay, you rock, move on to the next question, and I would go to the next question. So let me just show you how you would edit this template that I have created for your classroom. So here are some task cards from second grade, and I'm going to pick question 5 just because that's a multiple choice question. This template that I created works best with the multiple choice questions. All right, so I obviously do not want it that small. So I'm going to copy this text and I'm going to make it larger just so that the kids can see the answer. And then this is an incorrect answer, so I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it in incorrect. And then here is another incorrect one. Ooh, that got exciting. I'm going to put the incorrect one in here. And then this one is incorrect, so I'm going to put it in here. And this one is actually the correct answer. And so I'm just copying and pasting it right in here. Okay, so now I'll go back to my slideshow so you can see. So this is what would appear on their screen. Here's the question, which one of these is true? And the kids are like, yeah, totally got this, that's right. And it says, oops, something is wrong, go back and try again. So then they come back to that first question again, and then they can re-look at it and figure out their answer, maybe show their work on a whiteboard. And yay, your answer is right. Move on to the next question. So they could go through all of these questions. I have it going all the way up to 25, and the very last one just says, yay, you are finished, and it's not linked to anything. So if you had them working on these questions, there's two things. You could just have it so that they were showing their work on whiteboard, and then when they are done, you would just count it as classwork. The other way you could do is you could have like a little answer sheet that just was numbered 1 through 25, and you made them write which the correct answer was, and then you can go through and check those and give them an actual grade for it. So I feel like this is a tool that you could use for lots of things. So I'm going to show you how to make your own. All right, so let me close out of this. And I am going to just go to PowerPoint, click Create. All right, so this is what PowerPoint looks like when it first comes up. I'm going to go to Design, Format Background, and I'm actually going to make it solid. I like this blue color, so that's my background. This is what the purple part of my other background is. So let me File, Open Recent, just so you can see. Okay, so this little purple strip here, that's what the blue strip, the blue background right now is in this one. All right, and then I'm going to insert a box. And I'm going to change it so that the fill is white, just because I like that clean look. And I don't want that to be blue, I want it to be black. Okay, so here is pretty much what this looks like. Let me get this circular part up here. I just took a circle put it up in the corner, change the color to being blue to black, and then I took a text box and I typed in number 1, and I changed the font to be white, or the color, I'm sorry, not the font. Sometimes it takes my computer a little while to load all of my fancy fun fonts. At least I hope that's what it's doing. Either that or I've just gotten the Spring of Death, which is super exciting. Oh, there it goes. Okay, great. So it really was just trying to load all my fonts. All right, so I'm going to pick this font just because I like it. And get big. Maybe I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like that one. I don't like that number 1. Ah! So let me change this to be, there we go. All right, so there's my new number 1. All right, now as it stands right now, the kids can like move all of this stuff around, which I personally don't like. I don't like them to be able to move all my background stuff. This is where my choices are going to be, so you could make as many of these choices as you wanted. So I want to change the background of that to be white and change this to be like a little more weighted and to be black. All right, so I'm just going to copy and paste that shape. And I'm again only giving it 4 choices, but if you wanted to make it so it was like 5 or 6 or something, you're more than welcome to. But with the design that I have done, there can only be one correct answer, and you will see why in a moment. Okay, so still, they can move all of this stuff, which I don't like. They also may not have the same fonts as you if you are like me and have downloaded a whole bunch of fonts onto your computer. So I am going to select this, and I'm going to take a picture. So I just did grab. Now see how it has this gray part up here, and I do not want that included. So I'm going to delete that and take another picture of it again, and I'm going to make sure that I do not have any of that. Okay, so great. So now I have this, and I'm going to File, Save, and I'm going to save this as 1, and I will replace. Okay, so this is the number of, you would have to take a picture for each one of the slides that you create. Otherwise, they will be able to move all of this stuff around. So I'm going to delete that slide. All right, here's my blank slide. I hit Design, Format Background. This is where it's different. Picture, and I'm going to click a File. And the one that I want is right here in Insert. So this is the picture that I took of the slide that I had just created. All right, great. And now I'm going to insert a new slide. And I have to do the same thing again for making the oops slide and for the yay slide. So I'm going to try to do that real quick. And I cannot remember what I weighted this as, but that looks great. Okay, so here's this, and I am just going to add a text box, and I'm going to pick a font. And I don't know if that parent sounds good. Oops. And I obviously need to make this font real big. And I'm going to stretch that out. Oh, that was exciting. Clearly. Oh, sugar and spice. I didn't make that the same size. There we go. Oops, try again. Okay, so here that is. And so then I'm going to have to take Capture Selection. save. I'm going to tell this. Oops. Click save. Great. And so I'm going to delete that and create a new slide. And this is where I hit design, format background, picture, file. And now I've got to go through this. Oh, here it is. Oops, try again. And there it is. And I'm going to go insert, oops, new slide, blank one. And I actually already have a picture done for the yay picture. So I'm going to insert that. Yay, you are awesome. Okay. So here are my 3 slides. This is where you start with. So on this page, I am going to insert another text box, and I'm going to say, go back. And I'm going to change the background to be black. I'm going to change my, font to be white. I'm going to change that to say go back, and I'm going to increase my font just so it's bigger. Okay. So again, if this was a font that like that I had, but my students probably didn't, and I'm particular about my fonts, you would just take a picture of it, which I am doing, and then you can delete what you originally had and paste it in there. All right, so now I want this to go back to my first slide, so I'm going to click on go back, and I'm going to say insert hyperlink, and this document, and I'm going to say previous slide and click OK. So now that's done. And this one, I need to do the same thing. I'm going to create a text box, and I'm going to say move on to the next question. And I'm going to change this font to white, and I'm going to make my background black, and I'm going to increase my font, and I'm going to pick the same font that I picked beforehand. And I might want to center that just because it'll look better. Okay. And this says move on to the next question, so then I'm going to hit new slide, blank. Great. And then here, this one, insert, hyperlink, and I have to actually pick what slide it's going to go to, so I'm going to say 4, because that's the next slide. All right, so now I have these 2 are all laid out, ready to go. Then I would insert my question that I wanted to go here. So I could then copy this in. I'm just going to act like as a template. So I'm going to say incorrect answer. All right, so here it is. I click on this. I insert a hyperlink, and I'm going to say next slide and click OK. And then I'm going to copy and paste that 3 times because I'm going to have 3 incorrect answers. And that way it'll save the hyperlink that I have for those. And I will copy and paste it again. Only this time I'm going to say correct answer. And I have to select this box. So you don't want that thing to be blinking. And I'm going to say insert hyperlink. And this is where I'm going to say slide number 3. Okay. So if I'm like all finished, all good, to check it, here's where it is. And I probably would have moved this text box up so that it displayed all of that, but we'll go ahead and click. Oops, try again, go back. So it brings me back to my question. They then pick the correct answer. Yay, move on to your next question. And here's your blank slide. Great. So you would continue doing all of those same processes to all of your slides. So I'd repeat that again for question number 2. Let's say that I am like, yes, I am done. This is what I want for my kids to be able to do in class. Delete. All right. So what I will do is I would come over here, and I've just gone to my classroom. So here's my classrooms. and I pick the class that I want to upload it to. So here's my example class. I would go to Classwork and I would upload it. The only problem is I have created it in PowerPoint. So before I can do anything else, here is my drive. I am going to have to take my presentation and drop it into my drive. It will say, yes, it's done. And I'm going to see where it uploaded. Okay, here it is. Click on it. It'll give you like a preview of what it looks like, and now I have to change it to say Google Slides. And I'll wait for it to convert. So yay, it's converted. If I clicked View and Present, it'll present just like it did in PowerPoint. So incorrect, go back, correct. Move on to the next question. I'm going to exit this. Great, so now I have it in Google Slides, which is exactly how I want it for the kids to then be able to see in their Chromebook. I'll click Create an Assignment, and I'll title this just Classwork. And I'm going to click on my Google Drive, find Recent. Here's my presentation, Add. I would make it you can decide, but you can either do make a copy or they can edit it. I would just click View and then they can click through it. So I hope that this helps you with making use of your Google Classroom. And I will also share with you the resource that I had made in case you're not ready to make your own. Thank you.